Hi, everyone. This is James. Welcome to my channel. I'm excited to bring in an energy for all of us today. But before I do, I just wanted to share a couple points that keep coming up in my meditations. The last, I'd say, couple weeks for me have been very uncomfortable. I've been feeling some extremely dense energies. And what came through was that there are doorways that are now appearing that I had closed. And so a lot of these came from childhood or my young adulthood. And so because I was not ready to face them, and this is very common where, I say a door, or maybe we put it in a container, and we have sometimes these traumatic experiences or just these more significant experiences that we're not prepared to go through at that time. And so we close it, we put it away, and for many of us, it's almost gone. It feels like even subconsciously, we completely hide it, and then we just forget about it until we can't forget about it until the door appears. And so I've had a lot of these doorways now appearing because as we go deeper within, as we do the involution, we start to, when we expand from the inside, we then start to press up against some of these rooms or aspects within ourselves that where we hid a lot of these containers, or where we hid a lot of these doors. And so, as they say, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. And so now a lot of these doors are opening. And I don't know if any of you are feeling some significant energies moving through. I certainly know that the full moon, definitely I felt and was bringing up some of these energies and some doorways that opened in correlation with the full moon. So all of this to say that if you are feeling this, number one, you're not alone. Number two, this is actually a very good sign because this means you are expanding. You are now moving into different parts of yourself that you're ready to face. And the most common thing that can happen is that as we face these more significant energies, we want to label them. We want to jump on to a certain mental construct or program, and then it takes us down this rabbit hole. Lots of times it's like our own worth, or, why are things happening to me? Or we start to feel very heavy. We feel like we're going backwards. None of these are true. So just know that you are very much just experiencing a more expansive aspect of yourself that you are now ready to go through. And so this is a very positive sign. However, it can almost feel like you're holding on for dear life while it's happening. And so I certainly have been feeling that way. And if you've been feeling that way, just know that it's all part of the process, and you're on the right path, and that you are growing and that you are expanding. And it's a beautiful aspect of yourself that's wanting to come through. So for whatever that's worth, I wanted to share that. Okay, I'm going to go right into this. We'll see who comes through. Always use your own discernment, and let's see what happens here. We are the Council of Nine. It is time to embrace the changes that are upon you. It is time to grab hold and pull them inside and take root and ground down into your strength, into your courage. For as these shifts occur, they can feel disorienting. They can feel as though you're being blown off course. We can assure you this is not the case. For it is through surrender, it is through your acceptance of what is, that these changes will grow roots. And from these roots, you will strengthen into the divinity that you are, the divinity of all things. Mother Earth is getting ready for her next evolution. We will call it a chapter, if you will. For she is closing the chapter that she has been in for the past hundreds of thousands of years. And a new one is being written. Humanity has very much been a part of this journey with her. For this is how it was scripted. But now as she begins to write anew, she is needing to let go of many of the old programs that served this planet in a way that was needed and necessary. For the foundation of the human experience to be built from, a platform, if you will. But now as she shifts and changes, this platform is no longer needed. This is what many of you are feeling as well. The idea of good or bad, better or worse, success or failure. These constructs are dissolving. For there is only the one. The one that is experiencing the all. And the all that is in perfect harmony with all things. This is what is wanting to root. This is what is moving through. As your egoic constructs are coming into harmony with your blueprints and your DNA. And so as this shift occurs and continues to occur, many of you may feel as though you are dying. For it is your attachment to your personality that is dissolving, that is coming into balance, coming into the oneness. For it is not about the letting go of the mental body. It is about the integration of the mental body into the oneness. For the ego was created to play a role into the polarity that has served this planet for hundreds of thousands of years. It has been humanity's greatest teacher. For you have been able to learn about contrast, about the differences, about the uniqueness that is you, and how you view and see all things. But you see, throughout the years, humanity has clinged on to these differences as separation, as me and you. And this has created the illusion that you are somehow not the same. And this is one of the most significant shifts that this planet has ever gone through. The integration and the unity of all aspects of yourself into the oneness that you are and are awakening into. There are many layers to this shift and change. And as you continue to move through these shifts into unity consciousness, it will be important for you to give yourself grace, to be an observer of these changes as they occur. For as the observer, you can witness the sheer perfection of how the egoic construct and mental body served you with so much knowledge, information, and wisdom. And as it comes into one, the programs of fear and survival will be present. They will be significant. Because this is the mode by which the ego has survived for millennia. It will be afraid because it does not know. And the creation of the ego was to know, to be in control. And so as these feelings of survival or fear become prevalent or come into your awareness, meet them with gratitude, love, and acceptance. honor them for all of the beautiful lessons and experiences that have been created through them. And then also come into the awareness that they are also slowly dissolving or transmuting within. We honor your courage. We know this journey has not been easy. And as you move closer to unity consciousness, it will feel as though the journey is getting more and more difficult. For just before you break through, the most significant part of this journey will be felt. Know you are fully supported. There is no human or being on this planet that does not have a team around them, always. Remember the strength and courage and divinity that you are. And as these thoughts and as these programs arise about your worthiness, about if you're on your path, if you are good enough, know that these are just programs wanting to be seen, wanting to be felt before they leave your field. We thank you for your consideration. And we look forward to the next transmission. We are the Council of Nine. You know, what was being shown to me during that was very much about this part of our ego that is leaving, or I should say that is fully integrating into our field, into our DNA, into our blueprints. Because the whole point of the ego is to be separate, or to at least give the illusion of separation. And it has served us for, as they said, hundreds of thousands of years or millennia. And now, based upon that significant aspect of humanity and our experiences, so much dependent upon that experience for so long, and now that it is shifting and changing, it can feel like an ego death. Because we are letting go of the identity that we have attached to the ego for so long. And as we now step into and realize that we are not that, it can be very sad, it can be very difficult and very challenging. Because when you start to realize that you are not who you think you are, then fear kicks in as to, well, then who am I? And that is when you fully let go of needing to understand that and allow that program to run its course. That is when the divinity in the oneness and unity consciousness moves through. And it's not something you'll understand with your mind. It's something you'll feel with all of your being. So, hang in there. I do believe things are going to, I would say become more formidable before they get better. And again, it's all about our perspective of how we see these experiences. It's all about how we relate to them. However, it's very natural as things get more and more, I'll just say intense, or the feeling of it being more intense, that before we get our balance, it's very easy to kind of get blown off course before we get our bearings, and we're like, oh, okay, this is what's happening. And then to come back and get rooted. We're all here to support each other. I'm sending you guys so much love. I'm always here if you need me. And let's continue to do these messages and do the best that we can. Okay, lots of love.